Welcome back to year number 12, week number 14 for the Cascade Valley Coyotes. Now, this week's matchup should be a pretty easy dub for us right now. We're facing Wisconsin, a team that, you know, unless you got a mansion in Wisconsin, it ain't looking good for you. We are, by all stretch of the imagination, the better team. And Lee Corso said, Cascade Valley's getting the dub. You better believe it, buddy. And while I'm not necessarily concerned about Wisconsin this week, I am kind of worried about some of our recruiting stuff because we have had a fantastic recruiting class. And I thought a lot of these guys were lined up to come to Cascade Valley, but maybe not. Now, for Cortez Terry, I feel mostly good. Things are getting a little bit dicey with Ole Miss having a visit in week 14. We'll see how close they get. Hopefully not too close, but I still like our chances. When we go to Marshall LaChapelle, the guy that we've been trying to get the entire time, we moved our way back to third place. We're climbing almost into second place here, but the problem is USC jumped back in. They were locked out, bought their way back in, and now they have a visit in week 14. We're probably not getting him unless it goes to the offseason. Jarvis King is another guy that we're down 990 points because of LSU and their late push to get him. I don't really know how this is going to go either. We have an opportunity if this goes into the offseason, which is kind of what I'm hoping. But again, we're on thin ice here. Javon Ford, you've heard this story before. We're behind. We're trying to work our way there, but Kentucky has the lead right now. We're only moving up 95 points a week. We need to go to the offseason. Tyquan Freeman is a guy that we feel pretty good about. We're in week 12. We have the lead. Tim Jones, we're good. We got week 15 visit in the following week, so we feel good. Ontario Moses, we're moving up. But Oklahoma with a week 14 visit kind of complicates things. Spencer Woolfolk will figure this out, but we're down kind of tremendous here. Needs to go into the offseason, which it likely will because he's 49% locked. And then Dalton Connett actually locked us out. We bought back in. Now we're sitting here minus 480 with a week 15 visit. Auburn's got a week 14 visit, but they're already behind us. I think we're going to be good for him too, but it's going to come down to the wire for a lot of these recruits. Second, the Heisman voting honestly hurts our soul every single time because, well, we don't really have anybody here anymore. But it's fine. We are still a number 3 team in the nation. We're doing really well. But I will say, just a little heads up, if you watch the GGBFL, which is on my YouTube channel, make sure you check that out. Alex Caver will be in the draft class for the GGBFL going into year 3. So keep your eye on that. You're also going to be seeing Walker Steen. Maybe some other guys are going to make an appearance. But now going forward, more than just Cascade Valley players will be in the GGBFL. Your favorite players in CVU will be in there. You're also going to see some guys that played on different teams across the Cascade Valley universe involved in the GGBFL as well. And then from a top 25 standpoint, Louisiana Tech is your #1 team in the nation. What? Somehow Louisiana Tech is still at the top, as is Troy. I got a feeling there's going to be a little bit of, finagling here to make sure that they aren't the #1 and #2 teams because we don't want to see them in the college football playoffs. They're getting the Florida State treatment, buddy. We are currently sitting at number 3. We have UCF, who's been a very good program in the last couple of years, at number 4. Ole Miss at 5, Nebraska. As you can kind of imagine, a lot of these teams have some big games coming up. Auburn went from 1 to 7 with their loss against number 7 Mississippi State, or Ole Miss. But they have number 10 Bama this week, which means that they're probably going to have an opportunity to move back up into that top 5, top 4 situation. Louisiana Tech and Troy, your days are numbered. And then just a reminder, heading into this game, I believe Rodriguez Gibson only needs 2 interceptions to tie the record for most interceptions in Cascade Valley history behind Mike Hemphill. He's sitting 2 behind him at the moment. Desmond Simmons also kind of close there as well. Both these guys probably NFL ready going into the next season, but I like their chances to kind of tie or break that record. And yes, Hemphill had 19. So again, Rodriguez Gibson needs 2 to tie, 3 to break it. He's got a couple of games left potentially in his college career. It's going to come down to the wire for him. This is one of the biggest things right now. There is a 3-way tie for the conference right now. I have no idea how it's going to shake out, but I need us to be above USC in this ranking. Cascade Valley on the road here in Wisconsin. Taylor Reed under center. We are trying to get this going. We need this offense to be on fire from the get-go. Reed again right now. Absolute dotting up defenses left to right. Hits a nice strike here. The return of the MAC for 17. And Taylor Reed officially with that throw breaks Warren Fullwood's passing record for most yards in a season in Cascade Valley history. He's different. At 10, Reed, the only one in the backfield here. Sees his guy. He had his guy open. Carnell Killens was streaking to the end zone, and Reed just goes down as the right tackle bailed out. And we have bad news there. It's Taylor Reed on this cold grass. Gets hit kind of hard, and Mac Thornhill's going to come into the game. This is why Cascade Valley and Coach Mervin McMervin have been out here with 2 quarterbacks for pretty much his entire tenure. He throws one. That is going to be close, and it nearly goes complete, but it falls incomplete, unfortunately. We're lining up for one of the longest field goals in Cascade Valley history. The wind is against us. Shepard's going to try to drill this one in. It's going to be close, and they say he's just short. We're trying to get points wherever we could get him, and unfortunately, we don't get him right there. And Nebraska wins a close one against Iowa. So after the offense fails, it's up to the defense here to try to make some plays. They're going to see what they can do here against this tough run offense. 2nd and 6 here. They go with another run. This is a very good Wisconsin run game, and we have to have our work cut out for us. Now, Taylor Reed has a strained pectoral, so he will return soon. We're going to keep him in the game because we definitely need him right now. Wisconsin moving the ball kind of at will at this point. We are trying our best to get over here, and Mills just keeps the pressure on. Taj Mills with another double-digit run. Wisconsin's out here in heavy sets, moving guys around a lot of misdirection, and they are just running through Cascade Valley like we are a FCS team. Wisconsin hasn't really had to pass yet. Running a little triple option here. They're going to see what they can get, and Christoph Houston brings down the quarterback after a 5-yard run. 2nd and 5, our first real pass we're seeing from Wisconsin here. They throw to the sideline, and what an absolute dot to the far side of the field. Bring those guys up in the box as much as we can. Donnell Gamble's going to try to get the tackle, and he does. Finally, we stop them for no gain. 2nd and goal here for Wisconsin. They're going to send their tight end in motion. Feels like a run. It's not. The quarterback's going to try to run a little bit, and he's going to surprise us. Elijah Simmons with an 8-yard touchdown run. And just like that, Wisconsin, their first to strike. Smith in motion here. Comes in the backfield. Reed hits him with a play action. Reed fighting for his life is going to try to take off and run, getting a first down. Maybe he does just that and stays alive. McBride in the backfield with Reed and Brown. He's going to slide over. Not a lot of runs so far for Cascade Valley, but the run game hasn't been super great today, but we'll take the 6 yards. Brown over Derek Johnson in the backfield. Brown's going to find some room. A nice little shimmy here. Gets him 7 yards. Back-to-back solid runs by him. I know the expectations were super high for Tyrell Brown coming in this year. People were talking about back-to-back Heismans and a whole lot of other things, but at the end of the day, we just want him to be healthy and contribute to this team the way we know he can by putting up big numbers. So far, he's been doing a pretty good job. It just hasn't been the extraordinary year he had as a freshman. A lot of press coverage here from Wisconsin. Boom. Lurking across the middle of the field, and a tough catch in traffic again. 1st and goal. Reed feels the pressure, dumps it off here to his halfback. Tyrell Brown making a miss, and he's in the end zone. That'll like the freshman right there. If there's one criticism we have for our squad this year, it has just been slow starts have been killing us, and turnovers are almost killing us there. Reggie Wilson gets on that ball, and it is not what we want to see from Tyrell Brown. Can't come out here demanding the football and then have a big mishap like that. But a nice strike here to return to the MAC again. Goes for about 16. Taylor Reed, though, has been efficient. Over 100 yards passing, got a touchdown already. He has been cooking up a whole lot out here as long as he has protection, which has honestly been the biggest issue that we've seen today. He's got no one open. He's going to get rid of that one smartly. They had that covered well. 2nd and 10. Play action. Looking for something. He's going to throw one. It's looking like it could have been a pick, and thank God it's cold because that was nearly an interception. Big 3rd down and 10 here. McBride on a great route here is going to get open, gets more yards, and look at Joe McBride pick up a 30-yarder. Taylor Reed just feels like he's on a different level at the moment. Nice little pass here goes to Mikael Smith, who's going to pick up about 6 yards. Under 4 minutes left here in the first half. The middle of the field is wide open, and Mikael Smith with the most athletic catch of the game. Reed back to under center here. Feels the pressure. He's scrambling around to the left-hand side. 65 speed, has never looked slower, and he's out of bounds after 16 yards. Inside the red zone is always a good place to be. We've taken a lot of time off the clock, not giving Wisconsin as much as they probably want. And the touchdown vulture himself, Roderick Johnson, is going to get in the end zone and giving this team back to lead. Our guys have a huge opportunity here. They're lining up. They throw one to the edge, and that one is out of bounds, but a 14-yarder nearly gets them a touchdown. This is why Coach McMervin stopped the clock when he did. He forces them to go for something. They don't get it. They go out of bounds as well, which makes it 4th and 3. That is nearly blocked. A heck of an effort there by that guy shooting through the gap. And a little studio update tells us that the team up north is about to beat Ohio State. What are they doing? Heading into halftime, Coach McMervin didn't even do the halftime interview. They tried to get him on TV. He says, I don't have time for that. He's got to go talk to his team and get them to play better football across every side of the ball. Taylor Reed had great moments, but he also has some moments where you just wonder, can he even throw a football? We've seen Tyrell Brown have great ones. We've also seen him look like he can't throw a football. This offensive line has been abysmal, and they are letting this offense down. So on a 3rd down and 11, the squad is just looking for something. They're going to find Jay Bohm, who gets the first down. He's been the most reliable target by far today. Only when this team blocks. Reed back out here, sees his guy in Butler. Butler makes a big catch again for another first down. This team will go as far as the offensive line lets them go, and it has just been not very far at times. Derek Johnson comes into the game looking for a halfback toss here, and Roderick Johnson doesn't have quite the speed to really get to the edge, but he does get one. Crowd here in Wisconsin, beyond hyped at the moment. A nice slant here from Jay Bowman's going to pick up 14. He has been lethal across the middle of the field today. Reed holds on one, hands it off here to Tyrell Brown, and the defense just comes out of nowhere to stop him, which could have been a surefire touchdown had we had a block. Potentially have an opportunity to get a double-digit lead back. Across the middle, a tough one. Mikael Smith holds on to it. He's made great catch after great catch today, and that one is going to extend our lead to 11. First and 10 looks like a QB draw here. He bounces out to the edge. This man is looking like Lamar Jackson, wearing number 8 and like him too. Wisconsin has dominantly run the football today, over 25 rushing attempts to start this game, and it's honestly kept them in it because we've had no answer for their run game. A speedy quarterback with a good halfback has been a recipe for a disaster for us this year. Second and short, they go with a run to the outside, right-hand side. We got guys there. Mikael Lanier brings him down. They're in a 5-wide set. They go with a little trickeration here. They send a guy over. There's pancakes for everybody. This is not IHOP. There are too many pancakes on the field. And Wisconsin cuts the lead back to 4. Just like that, Wisconsin makes it a 4-point game. Our work is cut out for us. Look at Tyrell Brown. Not elite today in the snow, but he's been good. He's averaging about 4 yards per carry. Second and 4. Jay Bohm again, beating the press coverage. You have somebody that's not speedy on him, he will torch you. First down yet again. Underneath, wide open for return of the Mac as he picks up about 8. Taylor Reed has done a really good job this second half of just getting rid of the ball in an efficient manner, knowing that he's not going to have a lot of time to pass with how bad the offensive line has been. He's making smart decisions. 2 minutes left here in the third, where Derek Johnson with an opportunity to carry, trying to run over a defender. He bowls his way down for about 9. Wisconsin's defense, you know they're feeling it right now. They've been off the field for a while as they had a long drive, and then now you're seeing our offense start to pick up the run game a little bit and force them down the field to retreat. Tyrell Brown trying to get to the edge. The wiggle is just not there. These shoelace tackles have brought him down so many times this year. Play clock winding down. Taylor Reed turns up. Taylor Reed with the first down, out of bounds. He fumbles, but luckily he was out of bounds. An unbelievably long drive right now, but this has been much needed to give this defense a little bit of a breather with how much they've been fighting. Taylor Reed out here. No one expects the QB keeper from him, and he goes to nearly a touchdown. Third down and 1. We are 3 for 6 on third down conversions. Tyrell Brown in the end zone. It feels good to say that because we haven't said that as many times as we wanted to the last few weeks. We got an 11-point lead here with about 6.5 minutes left. We want to make sure that we set the tempo for this game. We're going to conserve the clock. We're going to chew the clock as much as possible and try to get out of here with a win. We are a much better team than Wisconsin, but again, when you've got a snow day, a snow game, that is going to change a lot about how your team ultimately plays. A lot of our fast guys have been kind of shut down today, and you've seen that. Third down and 1. Tyrell Brown with enough yards to get the first down. That was a close one. The Badgers can't believe it. First down. Keeping this safe right now. Mikael Smith got flipped on the play. Even a field goal here makes it a 2-touchdown game, and that'll be more than fine for us. We believe our defense can get the job done out there. And look at Tyrell Brown, finally cutting back a little bit and getting some room. Only 5 yards, but it looked vintage. I've also seen a lot of criticism that Tyrell Brown isn't getting the football nearly as much as he got in previous years. He's getting the ball just as much, if not more, than what he did his freshman year. He's just not having the explosive plays like before. Second and 13. Brown looking for some blocks. Breaks a couple here. Tyrell Brown says, I heard you talking about me, and baby, I'm back. The slow starts by Cascade Valley's offense and defense, if we're being perfectly honest, can't really be happening as we get in these last few weeks. Tyrell Brown getting player of the game hasn't happened in a minute, but 3 total touchdowns for him was a sight for sore eyes. You better believe that. Recapping the stats, Taylor Reed, great today. 21 for 29, 249 and 2 tutties. Got sacked 3 times, didn't turn the ball over. I'm here for that. On the ground, Tyrell Brown, 22 carries, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns. It wasn't an explosive game. He did fumble once, which we did recover, but I will take how he played today. It was good, it was consistent, it wasn't great, but honestly, good will be more than enough with how this team is playing. On the receiving side, Bohm, 6 for 83, no touchdowns for him today, but Mikael Smith was that guy in the end zone. Huge play after huge play, getting in the end zone today to help us get that lead. And shout out to Tyrell Brown, nice little 1-yarder that ended up getting in the end zone too. Defensively, again, the captain, the guy that they should probably build a statue out in front of the stadium for. Christoph Houston in his senior year, 10 total tackles today, 2 for a loss, 1 big sack, pause if needed. From a sack perspective, it was just 2. It was Houston and Gamblin, both those guys out there playing a fantastic game. And then no interceptions today, which again is a little scary for our guys trying to break and tie some records here, but still. Cascade Valley gets a W. That's all we care about. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.